Okay, guys, welcome back to Behind Closed Doors. Today, it's July 13th. And before we get into all the drama and all the mess that's happening right now, we first need to talk about California shutting back down. They just came out with a statement a short time ago. Bars, everything getting locked down. Immediate feedback. I want to hear from you, Dee, first, and then Taylor, give me some feedback from Texas.
Well,
I got some.
It's all indoor stuff that's getting locked down. So restaurants, indoor, movie theaters, gyms, whatever else. Oh, indoor malls are getting shut down. All things outdoors seem to be fine. At least in LA, you weren't seeing a lot of people in these indoor situations. I'm sure gyms are the one that's are probably the most affected. Like, who the fuck is going and seeing a movie? Like nobody.
Nobody's Anand with you, but like he's not.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen some movies. Actually, in the gym, but so the gym I go to here in Austin, Gold's Gym, it's the coolest thing ever. They have a room. It's a movie theater, but instead of seats, it's like treadmills, bicycles, and ellipticals. And you sit in the movie theater and ride or jog or whatever. So I've been watching movies, but they only show like Terminator and like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. It's Gold's Gym, so it's pretty much all you have to choose from.
That's terrible. That's terrible. They should actually do a adult film version of that. I'm sure people will watch porn and go for a run.
I don't understand how the mechanics of that will work, but if that's what you're into, D. That's why you run so much. We finally figured it out.
He's just watching porn. It's a weird motivation. Okay, so California's locking down. Did anything change in Texas, or is Texas still kind of just the same?
Still the same. Texas is Austin's a really interesting place because it's extremely liberal with the college, and it's like a very liberal city. But outside of Austin is extremely conservative. So you'll have these people who are extremely serious about masks, like you're in LA, and then you have people who like are walking around with like their tank tops and their tattoos everywhere. Don't tread on me tattoos, being like, y'all fucking pussies for wearing those stupid ass masks ain't gonna do shit around here. So it's a pretty interesting dynamic here.
I think it's.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, I think it's such a state-by-state issue because if you talk to people in Austin and then I'm sure you talk to somebody in, Odessa, Texas, they have a very different experience. Or people in Florida, even today, Florida's hitting record numbers. They're like Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, record after record being broken. And they are. And the governor today literally said, I trust the people. They don't need to wear a mask. I mean, they opened up Disney World. I mean, it's just grade A dummies in Florida.
But it's the best time to go to Disney World because they're limiting how many people are there. So there's no lines.
Sure. Yeah, that's what you're into.
Take Dom.
No chance.
Leading on to other drama, I think this is probably the biggest drama we've obviously had in the last 2 weeks. I think it kind of sparked up after we would all address it on group chat, then in the group combo. Really funny. Taylor went on to Twitter to, I don't know whether, I would say flex that he put a bid in an almost $1 million house down in Texas and then lost to somebody that went 70 over, right? Instead of 45 like
70.
you.
The same day, it was on the market for literally 12 hours. You had like 15 people come and look at it, and then I bid 45K over. Someone bid 70K over straight cash, so I lost.
So what was it like to take back-to-back L's?
Oh
no, you froze right when I fucking said that. Hold on.
No, my response was, what was the first L?
Oh, Dee, would you like to address that?
I mean, the first L is your just complete annihilation on group chat on back-to-back episodes.
Oh wait, my first L is getting 20 minutes of airtime on the massive podcast. Thank you.
I know you're the all press is good press guy. You're an all lives matter guy.
Yeah, I've got actually a lot of I'm actually playing the sympathy card. I got a lot of people hit me up being like, those group chat guys are actually dicks. Like, they're not that nice to you. Like, I don't know why they did that to you, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, it's really tough. Like, they're just not that nice of people. And I'm playing the sympathy card. And I'm like, yeah, if you want to support me, go check out some courses or
okay, if it's coming if it's coming from Parker, then if the DM's coming from Parker, I'm not too concerned.
Real Cathies who are just like, you're a good guy. I don't know why they're saying that. And I'm like, I know, man. I don't know. But these guys are just actually, funny enough, Robbie Snader hit me up.
Oh, wow.
And he was just like, hey, man, you doing okay? Like randomly. And I was like, yeah, all good. And he's like, the guys on group chat are really ripping into you. Like, I just want to make sure everything's good and you're all good. And I was like, Robbie, don't you know that this is the game?
What's funny is like, you know, there are people in my life I feel very comfortable talking the way I normally talk. And there's people in my life I couldn't even criticize one thing about their life and they couldn't handle it. It's really funny, like how my personality is more of just ripping on people.
Yeah.
But not most people can't handle it. Like most people find it offensive. Most people find it difficult to take. But like, I mean, the moment I met you, I knew you could take it. Pete obviously could take it. Otherwise, you know, just I think I wonder what the characteristic trait is. I mean, I could take it. I have no problem. People rip on me all day.
Well, yeah, I kind of like when people rip on me like that, where they're also like kind of half joking with it or whatever. And it's almost like as a compliment. It's like you guys are comfortable enough to actually make those jokes. So I'm actually, to me, it doesn't bother me. I think it's funny. Like, because if you guys actually didn't like me and you were worried about something, like you guys wouldn't shit on me like that because you'd be like, what the fuck is he actually going to do?
If I actually didn't like you, I would just not talk to you anymore.
Fair. And I'm still here, baby. They can't get me out.
Well, that's
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
What'd you say, Pete?
I said, yeah, that's one way to go about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's definitely good entertainment. I think the challenge is just we have a difference of opinion on a couple things.
Well, couple things. One, I just need Anand to admit I have hotter takes than him. This kind of spiraled out of control with me being a dick or whatever, which is fine, all valid. Yep. But the matter of fact is, I do have hotter takes than Anand, and I do get more exposure on those takes. Not getting off that point. Number two, you actually fell for that fake text message. Or are you just saying it on the podcast?
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Well, I don't know. We don't know if you're lying or not.
Well, I mean, you could just say it's fake now.
Yeah.
Let me see. I can get Alicia out here because she was in there. I think she's busy on a call right now, but I'll get her out here.
Nothing like having your girlfriend defend you.
Oh, we'll bring it up right here.
Oh, no, she'll tell the truth. I promise.
No, do you think I text like that? Laughing my ass off. LOL. These boomers. Like, I
actually do think you text like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the one who always talking all these stupid words. So I figure that's how you talk.
It's Millennial World Monday coming into all one text.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Boomer, Lamau, whatever.
It was funny because when I was at Lamau, who the fuck says Lamau? That's the most boomer thing ever. Lamau. When I was sending the text to Alicia, I was like, before I sent it, I was showing her, and I was just like, do you think, like, this is obvious enough? And then she's like, yeah, of course. Like, you don't text like that. And then I guess it wasn't obvious enough.
No, I picked up on it, but.
Well, I guess these boomers over here lamauing over it, they don't know what it is.
You know what it is? It's also a function of, like, our age. Nobody's playing jokes or pranks or, you know, it's like, the last time anyone intentionally did something funny is like probably a decade ago.
That's
like,
so good.
Not like all my conversations, if they are funny, it's about we're making fun of somebody. We're not, you know, stoking each other.
Oh no, I like stoking my friends even to their face. Like,
yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, we don't really do that. I mean, we make fun of each other, but it's not in the way of like, oh, like trying to be clever like you are.
So we just make fun of them. So what you're saying?
I think it's more of like
clever.
It's too much energy to do what you do. Like you have a lot of free time, so you're like, how can I?
I do not have that much free time. You guys think I'm just sitting here in Austin fucking around all day?
Yeah, why are you buying a stupid house in Austin? That's clearly free time.
It's a smart asset that's appreciating.
Oh God!
But do we dare go into this conversation? Because there was a lot of beef between the two of you.
Let's see that house 10 years ago, what it was valued, and put it up against the S&P 500. If the house is appreciated more, then you're right. And
okay, and then subtract your monthly rent for 10 years so it's 120 months of rent, right?
Okay,
Let's
then
say
but
average
add
of 5,000 a month. That's what, 600 grand in rent in 10 years.
depends on the loan you get. You could be paying interest only loan.
True.
And then you could also property tax, home insurance. God, that house looks like it was around during like the 1800s.
The house is sick. The house is actually sick. It's a great house.
The interior of the house looks good. The exterior
foundation. What do the gutters look like?
That's the beauty of Austin. It's the whimsicalness. It's not perfect. You got to keep Austin weird.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely weird.
Okay.
That's what we're here for.
Speaking of other weird things, we talked a little bit on the podcast yesterday. I still don't feel like we gave enough light to it. I think Taylor did a great job diving into it on the newsletter today. But this Wayfair scandal gate seems to just be growing. Taylor, dive into a little bit about the information that you found.
So some dude on Reddit saw that there's these cabinets for sale that were like $15,000 or like something crazy. And he looked into it and they were weird names. Like, I don't remember the exact names, like Samaya or like these weird names. It's like, these names are like really bizarre words. One was Dyrdek, which is like, it's spelled really weird words. It turns out these were kids who have gone missing. So it's either the craziest coincidence that on Wayfair's website, some items were way more expensive. For example, they had these pillows that were $35, and they had other pillows with the same pillow with a different name selling for $1,000. And the ones that were selling for $10,000 were with the kids' names that were missing on it. Wayfair said it was a glitch in their system and that some things got priced differently. It just seems like there's too many coincidences here. So I was a little confused.
What if you're the guy on Reddit and you decide to make this whole thing up? You go list. It's pretty easy to make a listing on Wayfair of some stupid cabinets. It's a marketplace. The amount of fraud that happens on marketplaces is out of control. So you just make these listings, then you make up this whole story, and it's like a guy like you who just wants to stoke me is sitting there. I'm like, I wonder if I can just fuck with Wayfair and just do it.
Well, even better, the Wayfair stock is down almost 6% today.
The market was down today, but sure,
6%. It's
okay.
It's messing with some people's head. That's great. It's fucked up to be joking about kids who have gone missing. Like, I don't think there's any. If you were doing it around, like, for example, when we did the Justin Bieber burrito thing, when we had Bieber eat a burrito sideways on my viral, that was fun. If you're like joking about kids going missing, that's just kind of weird and just wrong.
Sure, but that's what Russia bots did to our election. They just fucked with the American people. They literally, if you wake up early in the morning, like if you woke up at 7 a.m. your time and looked on Twitter, it is just bots, just promoting nonsense. Yeah. Trump is this, Biden is that. So it's just like, maybe, here's what I said on the podcast. It is completely outlandish and completely ridiculous, but I understand why people believe it, because I would have wiped this out completely 5 years ago. And then when I heard the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, I literally could not believe that high-powered people on earth were getting extorted to have sex with children, which to me just sounds like the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, that's the sad part, because we actually don't know what's true or fake anymore, because some of the stuff that we never thought was true, like Trump becoming president or what happened to Jeff Epstein, like it's actually true. So now it's like you don't know. And then people just want to believe a good story, and without fact checking, even I'm a culprit of it, because when I sent that newsletter last night, when I sent it to you guys to show before I sent it out, I put a picture of Ghislaine Maxwell and supposedly the president of Wayfair. And I was, ooh, this is weird. And then you responded, hey, you dumbass, go do some research. That's not the person. But I mean, it's really easy to not fact check things. And then if you see enough people talking about it, enough reputable sources, it's fact. Like that Ghislaine thing, like that was a fact because I read it three different places.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think we haven't seen a major news source talk about it yet. And so I'm assuming they're doing their homework and they're doing their diligence to see if it's worthy of talking about. The problem is we need to know if those Wayfair listings were actually real, because like everyone else who was searching for those listings can't find them.
No, they were real. The price was wrong as a glitch. And then Wayfair changed it. And they said there was a glitch that changed the price from like $35 for a pillow to $9,999. They admitted to that. But it's not like a normal glitch to have on your e-commerce store. So
yeah. I mean, if you shopped at Restoration Hardware, you would also think that they are trafficking as well.
I saw you tweeting about that. What's your beef with Restoration Hardware?
I mean, I enjoy buying their products. It's just very expensive. But no one's saying that they're trafficking. Like if you buy a $10,000 couch, no, it's actually $10,000 at Restoration Hardware.
And what makes so I've been on those cloud couch you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking at getting one?
Our nurseries for both the kids are all Restoration Hardware stuff. And so like that stuff is just like the day bed is $3,000. The crib is $2,000. It's like by the time
I have a Rob and Dee's house is soon.
And what are you gonna do with this? What are you gonna
I don't know. I'm gonna go sell it on Wayfair.
Yeah,
sell it somewhere.
Good job, Pete. That was good.
But yeah, the product's great.
Interesting.
Good.
So overpaying for furniture could also turn into kids sex trafficking. You just never know. You should always be aware of what's happening around you. Like being aware of the stock market today, which started on an absolute skyrocket and then has fallen. Peloton and Tesla, let's just address those two right away, since those are our favorite.
Tesla has been on an absolute tear. It's up like 550% for the year. And then this morning, I wake up, the stock was up over $200. The market cap was $330 or $40 billion. Crazy. And then by the end of the day, the stock went down $50. And now the market cap's back down to 270. Peloton, which hit a record high, plummeted over 10% in the last 30 minutes of trading. Something happened today. I don't know what happened, but it looks like this is why the market is so scary when, like, you know, inexperienced traders start getting into it. The swing we saw today was insane. And it's scary because we're coming off the heels of that young man committing suicide because he thought he lost all this money. I mean, I'm sure Robinhood accounts were going haywire today. I'll give you an example. I have a put option on Peloton. It was down as of Friday 99.9%. It was the worst. It was trading at 1 cent. Okay, 1 cent. So I've effectively lost all my money on it.
What was the trigger price on the put?
It's a $40 put, and end of July.
Okay,
so
and the stock was at 70 almost today.
70, and now it closed at 61 and change. That stock, that put traded at the end of the day, it was at 24 cents. It was up 2,300% today. But I'm still down on it.
That's crazy.
But it's insane, like the volatility.
So can you buy and resell those options? So like you could have made a 23x on that by reselling that option.
Yeah. So today, if I there wasn't enough volume on it to actually sell it for the amount of contracts I have. That's the problem when in option trading. You could see an option and it's trading low, or you could see an option you own and you're like, oh, I could sell it and make money. There has to be a buyer and a seller for the trade to actually happen.
Yeah, not as liquid as stocks.
Yeah, it's not as liquid, especially on some like haywire put like Peloton I have. There's not that many people trading it, so it's kind of tough to actually get it done. So yeah. I probably couldn't have even sold it if I wanted to.
Yeah,
not all of it.
So is it time to start buying XPXU again or what? That's the real question.
I haven't sold it yet. I'm still holding.
No way.
Yep.
You know, that's like anyone that knows anything about finance, and all my friends who do have been telling me that's the stupidest thing because you lose money every day with the beta.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you actually treat it like this is like a short-term trading on the S&P 500. I totally agree. I just don't really care to sit and put money into something else. So it's sitting there. If the market goes down, it'll recover some parts of money. But I agree, it's not something you ever should hold long term.
Why didn't you tell me this 4 months ago?
I told you to sell it, you jackass. You had made money.
It's true. I went from up 40 to down 100 within 2 months.
You
And
could
that's
be
why
looking at a nicer house.
Ooh.
I could be in LA. I wouldn't have to be in Austin.
You could be in Malibu.
Oh my God. I mean, if I just put it in Tesla, I could be in Malibu.
Yeah, easily.
If I put that money into Tesla instead of SPXU, I think it'd be close to like $1 million now.
Oh, for sure. It's easily gone up 5x.
Instead, I'm like down 100 grand instead of being up like $1 million.
He's just gonna keep following Dee's advice blindly. Yeah, more XPXU.
I told him to sell it, and I did not tell him to buy that much.
And yeah, I remember him saying that, and I said I have to learn this lesson on my own. And I was just being arrogant. I did learn it.
The amount of money I put is like whatever. If it not gonna change my life either way.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Okay, moving on. I guess that's it for everything we have. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to add in today?
No.
I want to say thank you. I want to not thank you. I want to thank you from you guys, from Dee and Anand and Drama, for making the podcast so great the past week or so with my content. So you guys can thank me now or later, whatever you want.
I'm gonna start it off with a no thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Huh? You wanna? Oh, Anand's got something to say too.
Parting words. We're done giving Taylor any more shine on the big show, the main podcast. He's got hot takes. He doesn't even have the intellectual curiosity to have a hot take. He's just a gimmick guy. The gimmick guys are on the B team behind closed doors. Pete still has a mic on the big show.
Whoa!
That's tough. Well, that's official. Anand is canceled for behind closed doors. He's no longer a welcome guest on the show. We're cutting him off. No more Anand behind closed doors.
Looks like Anand's out. Anand's out. We're down to leave Taylor alone now, I guess, until the next the next set of drama occurs. I also bought this shirt today. It's almost tax season.
Why'd you buy that shirt?
Why not? It's a great shirt.
Where did you find that? Like, what made you want to buy that?
I don't know. I saw it on a meme page, and it was like $20. So I was like, sure.
But why would you want to commit tax fraud? You will go to jail.
Right, but that's the joke.
That you don't have any money and that you can't even commit tax fraud because you have no earnings?
Exactly.
Yeah, see, that's not really a joke for me because I think I might be committing tax fraud on accident a lot. so I don't really want to joke about that.
Yeah, I don't want to joke about it either. I'm too scared.
Okay, well, you guys don't have to wear the shirt. I'm going to keep wearing the shirt.
Okay.
And as always, Clean Monster. Staying clean.
Yeah.
Stay clean.
Clean tax fraud.
Clean tax fraud.
Yeah, stay clean, Pete.
Oh, that's great. Okay. That's going to do it for us on Behind Closed Doors. We'll see you again on Wednesday.
Without Anand.
Peace.
Yeah, without
Peace.
Anand.